After Naomi Campbell was evicted, Rihanna made fun of her, suggesting that she has gone back to her old self. Outside of her own charitable foundation, for it appears that she took the money and used it to finance her lavish lifestyle. Naomi's fortune is not as great as we all thought. Rumors that her career as a model isn't as lucrative led to her. Not now. And this phony charitable, she was making all of her real money at the company she managed because, as if being embarrassed by everything was not enough for her, Rihanna was there to mock her and remind everyone that they are separated completely into two separate text brackets. One thing about Rihanna, no one can play with her face without getting hurt or licking her back. Okay, so in case you're wondering what's going on, Naomi. Recently, Campbell lost her ability to serve as a trustee for her own nonprofit due to a watchdog's investigation that exposed Naomi's charity for financial mismanagement aimed at reducing poverty. Because of rumors about Naomi's excessively perverted self, and didn't even accept that she had founded a charity. They instantly forbade her from using any of the charity's cash for the following 5 years, spending tens of thousands of pounds on opulent hotel rooms, airfare, spa treatments, personal security, and smoking was allowed, but payment for consultancy services exceeding many thousands of pounds were given to one of Campbell's trustee colleagues, who found that, since 2016, Fashion for Relief by Naomi's foundation had raised less than only $38,900 in the grandchild's name, if all of their allegations are true, compared to £8 million from multiple fashion shows. Among the best liars of all time is Naomi. It is well known that this woman raised over $4.8 million and only gave out $399,000. That is just insane, people. It may not be clear to all of you, but this mess is giving a lot of donations. Tiffany Henyard appears to have observed Tom's stupidity from the same place, but Naomi was not the only person accused of stealing from the organization. There were also 2 other trustees present who stole large sums of money. One of the accused parties was a trustee named Bianca Helmet, who allegedly took home £290,000 in unapproved consulting fees, $26,000 a year for travel expenses for 9 years. The charity was unable to function as a charitable trustee throughout a 2-year period. Additionally, the third trustee, Veronica Chu, was prohibited for 4 years, along with Naomi, after it was discovered that she had taken hundreds. People did not waste any time when this all came to light, and Naomi the Dragon was responsible for filth, since she kept up the appearance of being a conscientious lady when the entire time she had been stealing the money. Designed for mothers and young children who are more vulnerable to support her lifestyle, the heat went up. Horrifying that she had to contend with saying she had nothing to do with it.
Found out today about the findings, and I'm extremely concerned, and we are investigating on our side. As I was not in control of my charity, I put the control in the hands of a legal lawyer, and so we are investigating to find out what and how, as everything I do and every penny I ever raise goes towards charities.
One person said that it is quite humiliating to be removed from your position as a trustee of your own organization. Said that her sister had concealed the fact that she was of these expenses and of hell with you all. She exclaimed, "It was relief for who?" None, of course, missed the opportunity to talk about in general. Rihanna caused this catastrophe because AO was only a few days ago. La Roche, a harsh girl who was closest friends with Naomi, was severely making fun of Rihanna since she wouldn't accept. Showing up for a fashion event in New York, makes an appearance in the video with Rihanna, throwing caution to the former chief editor of British Vogue, even kissing him. But when the time came for her to emulate La Roche and Naomi, who were clearly, she walked by them as if she didn't realize they were there, waiting for her to recognize them. Even saw him, so she took her southeast, and not long afterward, she realized where she was seated, stood across the room, and walked right by them a second time. She ought to take a seat, and they made a false impression of going viral, even if they hadn't existed at all until today. The fact that Naomi and Rihanna were at conflict was unknown to many people. Naomi produced things got even worse after she and the authorities decided to play petty and got caught on camera mocking Rihanna's outfit that night and claiming that the item we did not get what was expected. To further clarify, La Roche stated that he and Naomi don't dress in ways that flaunt their tie-ties in order to get attention, unlike Rihanna. Quite a few people were put off by this, because they can't understand why La Roche, who is talking about not having, is a man, to display tatas when he has nothing at all. It's not as though he ever made the decision to display him to start with.
We don't go to the shows like the other girls. We don't come with our tatas out or our chi-chis out. Very demure.
Very mindful.
Very cutesy.
You don't give too much.
We just give a little.
Considering that everyone had assumed they were well up until this point, many began to wonder why Rihanna had neglected Naomi. People soon discovered, and it turns out that the reason why Rihanna was inconsiderate because, as you may remember, Rihanna was seeing the Rich Hassan Jam in 2017, but the two of them broke up in 2020, which is when she began dating Rocky. It now appears that this is Naomi when Hannon started dating Rihanna soon after he left Naomi, which is when their argument started. After unfollowing Rihanna on Instagram, Naomi did not take this well. A few years before to Hannon's relationship with Rihanna, Naomi had been seeing him. As payback, Rihanna unfollowed her in the same manner. During an interview with Andy Cohen, Naomi was questioned about why she and Rihanna had stopped following each other. She sat there and lied.
The fly girl on Twitter is really paying attention. She said, it seems Naomi Campbell and Rihanna unfollowed each other on Instagram. No social media pics or communication either. Is everything okay between the two of them?
Everything's fine.
Okay.
Of course it's fine. I'm an actress now, Andy.
Yes, you are. And a very good actress,
I know.
too.
I'm trying to think what the beef could be about.
I don't have beef. I have beef, especially with black women that I think are powerful and out there. We're all in the same thing, doing the same struggle.
Yeah, the struggle is real.
Concerning Naomi's arrest for allegedly being a thief, it has been reported that Rihanna does not feel sorry for her and thinks Naomi deserves this because, according to the facts, it seems that many celebrities engage in similar activity, and they should surely. To be honest, a lot of people agree with the idea of using Naomi as an example since, if the investigation's findings are true, Naomi ought to face harsher consequences than just a suspension. People would say things like, see what happens when you act funny toward Rihanna? Because you, lady, utilize charity funds to fund an opulent lifestyle. The Holy Spirit is not smiling on you. Observe how Rihanna obtained approval for her expense report, remarked another person, superbly sweet and modest. I'd like to hear your opinions at this point. In your opinion, what? Do you believe Rihanna was right to make fun of Naomi after she was shown to be a fraudster? In the area provided below, kindly express your thoughts. Please remember to click this link to see this other really pornographic video.